My name is Juan Carlos Baranecci. I'm the founder of Gold Bar Staffing, and I currently staff real estate professionals with highly trained remote executive assistants. We're on track to do 200K this month. We've noticed our biggest issue when it comes to conversion is for referrals, we have a 50% conversion rate, super easy close. For cold traffic, they always have to think about it for 2 to 6 weeks. And most of them end up purchasing, but there's this thinking phase where they just have to go through. So we kind of want to cut that short.
The reason why deals are taking so long to close are one of two things typically. One, they're not consuming enough content before the call. Or two, they are getting on there and your team is not doing a good enough job tying down how much money they're losing every single week or month that they let this problem persist. So one of the things I'd recommend doing, since you have the data, early on in the sales process, you should be essentially saying, where would you want to get the most of your time taken off immediately? It could even be multiple choice or it could be open-ended. And then you say, okay, so you said that right now you're spending way too much time connecting with loan officers. How much time do you think that is right now? 25 hours. Okay, great. So 25 hours a week connecting with loan officers. So that's going to be 100 hours a month. And what would you say right now is your hourly rate? Let's say I was going to pay you for an hour of your time.
We literally have a calculator. I think we can just calculate it live for them and just show them
exactly.
the big fat
And then you're going to say, okay, cool. So based on this, you're essentially, every month that you're not getting this solved, you're essentially losing about $30,000 a month in commissions, right? And then the secret is you always say, does that sound directionally correct? So you need them to buy into that. That's the biggest difference of whether that works later on or not. So they say, yeah, that makes sense, or they might adjust. And then if you want a real secret sauce, then you say, okay, great. That means over a year, you're losing $360,000 in commissions because you're not hiring this person. And then when you get down to the end and they inevitably have any kind of objection of why they can't move forward, your salesperson or you now has that tie down of that number that you talked about earlier, and you can kind of hard press them on that.
Amazing. I love that. Now, we tried running a quick ad to that, like a calculate your hourly rate. I don't think people comprehended what that was, but I think incorporating that into the sales pitch would be a really good idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't even worry. I mean, the cool thing is, dude, even the first V1 of the VSL funnel, you guys are doing well. So don't change anything there. Don't do lead magnets. Don't do anything. Literally more gas to that VSL funnel. I would just say that if you, exactly what you said, if you do that calculation live with them, simple numbers, simple math, and then, even if our sales guy screen shares and then circles that number so that they can see that number, and then we tie it back to that and we get their buy-in. Yes, that number makes sense. And then we get them to say okay, Juan, we can wait another 2 months, but you understand that's about 60 grand you're leaving on the table right now, right? And then I'm not saying it's going to work every time, but it gives them that pain they need to have that urgency a little bit sooner.